There was a time in America just a very short while ago that a biracial child would have been considered to be the unwanted stepchild of the American society. And here we have a biracial man who is apparently best qualified to deal for everybody. Tell me about that. What happened in America that caused people to look beyond who your mama was and who your daddy was, but what your quality of character is?
I think it's the time that we are living in. I think it's the time that we are living in. And certainly I think that Senator Obama was born to do just what he is doing. I really do. He was born for such a time as this.
Such a time as this.
And I really believe that even though it's not really focused on to the extent that it probably could be, the fact that his mother was a Caucasian woman may be given some reason for some people to say, yes, I can support him, you see. But at the same time, he identifies himself as being an African American, but not so much to say that he is anti-white, because his grandmother and his grandfather raised him, and they were white, Kansans, from the heartbeat of America. He has a view on the world that does not discriminate based upon race. And I believe that is what a lot of people are seeing in him and are supporting him in that.
Because, like I said, that being from the interracial background that he does have, he cannot stand up and say, well, I'm only interested in black people's plight in this world. He is both black and he's white, equally.
Right.
And I don't think that, just like you said, he was born for this particular purpose. The fact that he does have that background does give him special qualities to deal with and relate to people of all races.
And when you look at people of African, even people of African descent, all of us have a little bit of a little bit of a little bit of a little bit.
Absolutely, that is true.
All of us.
That is true.
But we claim African descent, African ancestry. And I appreciate Obama so much for not playing that up.
Yes.
I appreciate that. And I say to the media again, downplay it.
Yes.
He's a candidate for the President of the United States.
Yes.
And whoever gets that position ought to always have a perspective where they are dealing with all people, as opposed to a select few. And of course, when we look at history, we see that many of our leaders of the other race have been focusing on their race.
That's right.
When you look at the benefits of a Halliburton, how many black companies do you think would have gotten that contract to help rebuild Iraq?
No.
And have ownership in the vice president of the United States has ownership in that company.
And they couldn't even find anything called conflict of interest in there.
No conflict
That's
of interest.
interesting.
But had that been an African American company, and the vice president had been African American, there would have probably been some conflicts of interest.
Now look, ladies, I'm looking at the monitor now, and Obama has 229,775. Clinton has 114,000. 2-to-1 we have working here, and Edwards is down to 79,000. What are we looking at there? What do you got to say about that? Obama. All right. I want to thank you guys so very much.